smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
All right. So for those of y'all who didn't know, the Joe Budden Network has released a new, series on their Patreon called Pod Wives, and it's getting real crazy and spicy, y'all. Now, some of the cast members have been bringing their significant others on camera, and it's not just cutesy couple talk. Nah, we're talking about real conversation about relationships, some vulnerable moments, and a few bombshells that low-key say more about the guys on the pod than they probably even meant to share, to be honest. Now, we're 6 episodes in, and while the first few were lighthearted, testing the waters and all of that, episode 6 is where things got real messy for me. The filters were off. The real personalities are starting to come through. And one couple in particular, they got me they got me going crazy. The people talking on Spaces on Twitter all about it. Now, let's get to the part that had me leaning in. Right? Joe Budden and his girlfriend Sade, right? They was going crazy. This clip I'm about to break down for y'all is a little layered. This ain't just about love. This is about commitment, about who's sacrificing what, and about trust, future. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's looking like it could be about power. All right. Now, Sade, who still lives in Texas with her kids, made it very clear. If Joe wants to officially move her to New Jersey and make things real, she needs marriage, a ring. You know what I'm saying? An engagement, at least. Like, she needs some type of commitment. And look, I'm not mad at that. That's her uprooting her whole life, her kids, career. She said her mom, like the comfort zone for what? Who? Joe? Who's just her boyfriend right now? I don't know. That's a little crazy. Look at the files.
Let me make something very clear. The talk of marriage and engagement and all of these things came up from Joe. This is not a Sade forceful thing. He better do this. I'm waiting. That's not a me thing, baby. I'm secure in me. That is a Joe thing. He's brought up. His mom has even told him, like, if y'all are gonna fucking do it, just do it.
We could shoot a lot more, and then it'd be like a real job when you move up here.
Oh.
Well, I am moving up here.
When is that happening?
Yeah, when is that happening? It's like a lot of talk about it.
Well, I'm not moving just to move. I'm not going to uproot my children, come up here, and then what if he's like, all right, it's not working out, or I'm like,
Sade, he's been with you for like 7 years.
It will be 6 in July. And no, but there has to be a form of commitment before I uproot my children away from my mom and the life that they have.
Yeah, it would,
No.
it'd be different if it was just you.
Doesn't. A closet for you?
Don't you leave your toothbrush at his house?
Well, I leave more than that at the house,
So
but
there you go.
What level
That's
of commitment are you looking for? Good question, Romney.
I'm not moving without it.
Your shampoo and conditioner and shit. It's shit.
She did a movement with her hand. I don't know if you
I'm
saw
not
it.
moving without that. So that's
what?
on him. Being engaged.
Sade says that she's not moving without being engaged.
No,
I
not
think
at
it's
all.
fair.
And I'm not forcing him to
That's a good
propose.
boundary. That's a good boundary for you.
Not forcing him to propose. You don't have to propose. I can just stay in Houston. You can stay here, and we'll continue
Just mail you the ring?
doing what we're doing, and then that's
Force
fine.
is the step after manipulation.
No, it's not.
can still manipulate.
You think you're being manipulated into getting engaged?
We've been commuting back and forth, or more so me, because I commute more than you do. For about 6 years.
There's some soldiers in here. Where they at? Where they at?
My baby did. Hey, y'all, if I had to do the shit she has done in 6 years to keep us like this, oh, we would have failed, y'all. My baby has been traveling now. Oh.
No, seriously. It's kind of crazy. But I'm not uprooting for a possibility of a relationship. I'm not doing that for a boyfriend. I'm not.
Look at these. She said, and I quote, she said, I'm not the one forcing marriage. I'm secure. We can continue to play how we play. Oh my God, Sade. All right, pause right there for a second. That comment threw me off a little bit because from the way Joe talks about her on the main pod and just the way she's been presented up until now, I thought Sade was like really head over heels over Joe. I mean, she does seem like she is head over heels, but I thought it was like on a different level, like OD, like, you know what I'm saying? But, the wifey, she does give wifey energy all the way, right? But on Pod Wives, she was very cool, calm, and almost unbothered. Like, almost like she's the one holding the cards now. Like, and it like, you know, Joe's G card didn't really seem to, you know what I mean? So is this really how she feels, or is this a real strategic move to put pressure on Joe? Like, is she really playing the game? Because what I noticed, and let me know if y'all peep this too, Joe started acting a little nervous. He tried to laugh it off, but his energy shifted, right? He said something like, if I had to do all of the things you've been doing just to keep us together, we probably wouldn't be together. Right? Now, Sade chuckled. Like, and she was like, yeah, that's crazy. Right? And like her facial expression and how she was moving on that was like, I don't like this. And you know how women be moving, like they go and get their get back. You know what I'm saying? That one moment told me everything though. Like, Joe knows she's been putting in the work, flying back and forth, managing her own household in Texas, and he's sitting in Jersey, you know, in his mansion or, you know, media empire, you know what I mean? And still didn't put a ring on her finger, and it's been like 6 years. So 6 years, no ring? Like, some people could look at that like it's crazy. Now, Sade's attitude to me says, I've done my part, but the ball's in your court now. And Joe, he's realizing that. I see it. Like, it looked like he understands that he got to do something quick, which makes me wonder, is Joe Budden really, like, is he really, really, really ready to get married? Or is this just him trying to convince himself because, like, he's at that age and maybe, you know, it's good for business too, like for the taxes and all of that? Because let's keep it 100. Like, Joe has mentioned on the main pod that the married guys get, you know, better financial breaks and all that. And we know he's proposed to other ladies before, right? It's not going to be his first time proposing, but none of those engagements stuck. So here's like, is he really a romantic, or is he just tired of missing out, you know, on not being married and not getting the tax benefits and stuff like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, Sade said she's down to sign whatever Joe's lawyer puts in front of her. Like, she said this months ago. Like, and that was very bold of her, right? Like, that wasn't giving no gold digger vibes. That wasn't giving that she was thirsty. You know, it was giving that she was very confident and she had control, right? But it could also be looked at as her being strategic, right? Let's keep it real. Joe is one of the biggest names in hip-hop media right now. And being tied to him on paper might look different than just being his girlfriend, right? So let me ask y'all, do y'all think Sade's being genuine, or is she playing the long game, right? Like, do you think Joe's dragging his feet, or is he smart, you know, for being cautious and bringing up a lot of topics, you know, on Pod Wives to see if she's, you know, solid and ready to go into that next phase with him? You know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of things that was said. I want y'all to let me know, do y'all think Sade is playing the long game, or is this just her being genuine? Is Joe dragging his feet, or is he smart for being cautious, bringing up a lot of these topics on Pod Wives, maybe seeing if she's going to crash out, or how long will she continue this, right? And do you guys think Joe is really ready for marriage? You know what I'm saying? And finally, after 6 years, no ring, a whole TV show about your relationship, would you move across the country for your boyfriend? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Right now, this Pod Wives episode exposed a lot, and not just about Joe and Sade, but about how these podcasters act when the cameras are really on and their girls are sitting right next to them. In the next breakdown, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the shade, right? Park's girl threw a lot of stuff out there this episode, and, you know, she ain't even do it by raising her voice. She did it real smooth, and trust me, this show right here, Pod Wives, it might be one of the realest things on the Joe Budden Network. Tap in. We're going to do some more deep dives on this and we'll be back with the files.